Seymour recalled how, when President Eisenhower fell ill, students and faculty prayed for his healing regularly and by name. But when it came to Dr. King, Seymour heard only silence. That night, Kansas City was on fire with racial tension. When Seymour went to a holiness meeting that was held on campus, he heard a guest preacher. With a stern look on his face, the preacher approached the podium and began his opening remarks, which included the recent events in the news. "Well, you should know that Martin Luther King is a communist," he said bluntly. Those words sent an emotional shockwave through Seymour's soul. "A communist? That's outrageous," he thought. He looked up, hoping to hear from someone in authority who would challenge this offensive assertion. But there was only silence. Shaken to his core, Seymour stood up and exited the sanctuary before the preacher could draw another breath. Seymour went straight to his room. He didn't say a word. His emotions were running so strong that he was afraid of what he might say or do in reaction to what the preacher had said, or what the bombers had done, or perhaps everything that was going on in Kansas City and across the nation. "Don't let anyone see you react," he cautioned himself. "Let nobody know what my reaction is," he thought. "They can hurt me more than I can hurt them, okay?" On another occasion, he traveled with a group for a meeting to West Virginia. He led the singing and, as usual, was very popular that evening. On the way back to the Bible school, they stopped to eat. All were hungry and eager to eat, including Seymour. But the group leader said to him, "Seymour, you can stay in the car." They told him that they'd bring his meal to him because they don't serve blacks, you know. When Seymour had arrived from Jamaica, Brother McGee had invited him to go to a little hamburger place with him that was just walking distance from the station where Seymour had arrived by train from Miami. Without thinking of the possible consequences, McGee said, "Well, let me get you something to eat." And as he ordered the burgers, the owner called him aside and engaged him in a private conversation. Once McGee and Seymour were back in the car, he learned what had happened. McGee said, "He was saying that he's not going to serve you. You know, he's not going to serve you." The following day, Dr. C. Cohen, the Bible school president, learned what had transpired at the burger place, and in response, he went there himself and had a heartfelt and candid conversation with the owner. The owner offered Seymour an opportunity to eat there, free of charge. Seymour thanked him for the offer, but said to himself, "I'll never go back. Never." Well, that's another sobering moment in the life of Reverend Dr. V. Seymour Cole as a student at the seminary. And as you can probably feel it right now yourself, it was a difficult moment. People of color all over the country were experiencing moments like that. You know, today you can walk into a restaurant, any restaurant, and sit down and order whatever you like and never have to worry about that happening again. But don't take that for granted, because it was only a few years ago when Pastor Cole experienced this, when a lot of people of color experienced these kinds of situations. This is what the civil rights movement was all about. It was pretty focused on getting just the right to sit down in a restaurant and have a meal. And we can do that today. So I hope you will enjoy the next meal you have at a fancy restaurant, because it was because of people like Pastor Cole and others who made it possible for you to do so. Okay, that's it for now. And we've got many more incredible stories to share this year, because we're celebrating our 60th anniversary of Bronx Bethany Church of the Nazarene. Have a blessed day.